I mean, sometimes there was this notion of compliance versus security. So, I mean, sometimes organizations started looking more at compliance rather than actually focusing on security. How do you see that in your case?
Yeah, so that is an interesting dynamic. If you asked me about 15 years ago, and I was asked 15 years ago, things like, well, what's more important to you, compliance or quote unquote real security? My answer would have been, if I'm able to properly secure my organization, then I'm sure I will be in compliance with whatever regulations are out there automatically. Today, my answer might change a little bit because the meaning of how to proper secure an enterprise is different depending on who you ask. And certain regulators, I would say, place some highly prescriptive and on occasion unreasonable stipulations when it comes to cybersecurity, but reasonable or not, if it's a regulatory requirement, you must comply. I would
Mm.
not say that. I would reverse my answer and say that if you are compliant with all pertinent cybersecurity regulations, then you are secure. But now I'm more of the mind that you must look at both aspects. You must look carefully at all the regulations that pertain to security and be sure you're in compliance with them. But that's still not enough. You need to look at the basics and not just at the basics, but look at your security posture, not only through the eyes of regulators, but from the common sense perspective and from a perspective of proper threat modeling and defenses, the way that comports with your professional judgment and not only with regulators' judgments. I hope that
Mm.
makes sense.